Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. It is Friday, October 18th, 2024, the year of new beginnings, and this is take 2 of this live stream this evening. I've had a very interesting time trying to get back on here, and as I sat for a few minutes and sought the Lord about it, I realized this is exactly how He wants me to stream this video this evening in the dark. I'm literally in my car. I'm sitting in front of a restaurant and the moon is shining very brightly. You can't see it because you're not facing it, but it's just been wild trying to get back on this live stream this evening. But I'm here, and this is our Friday night live stream. Last days, dark ways, sunlight rays. This is a end times live stream. This is for those of you who are either just now waking up to the times that we're in, or you're about to wake up to the times that we're in. Of course, this is for everyone. Those of you who have been awake for a while, perhaps those of you who have been watching for a while. This is something for you as well, something that you can certainly partake of, glean from, and definitely pour into those who are coming out of the darkness. That is what this live stream is for. And tonight, it's not a coincidence that I had pre-scheduled this earlier today with the concept of the darkness and coming out of the dark. This is wild how this happened, actually, y'all, because I had already set up inside. Those of you that may have seen my live stream earlier, I set up inside the restaurant, and then I had to leave. Actually, I was having trouble. First, I was having trouble with the sound, and then my husband called me and said he forgot his badge for work, so I had to literally leave. And so here I am. But this is how the Lord is. He's very strategic when He does things, and it really is just a matter of us sitting still, posturing ourselves, and listening to what He's leading us to do. And there were many attacks that came at me and us, actually, before I am sitting in this dark space going live with y'all. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that your Friday night is as eventful and full of surprises as mine. I know you can't see me, but this is what's interesting too, is this restaurant that I'm sitting in front of, sporadically the lights go on and off. So right now the lights are off. It is pitch black, other than the cars that you guys might be seeing. So you might see glimpses of me when the lights come back on or the cars pass by. But for now, we're just going to stay in the dark and quiet. Quietly sitting in the dark. How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome everyone. Everyone who's watching on the live stream, everyone who is watching the replay, and those in the chat, welcome. Hope you're doing well. That's great. I'm glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. And tonight, we are going to be talking about everything dark and everything spooky. Those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Ruby, and I welcome all of you. This is a specifically titled live stream for those of you who are just coming into awareness of the times that we're in. So I welcome you. Oh, there's a little bit of light. I don't know if y'all can see me. Hi, here I am. Hi, welcome. So yeah, tonight. Oh, also, by the way, I am born on October 31st. So I know a little bit about a lot when it comes to Halloween, when it comes to the darkness and the dark realm, and I want to know what you guys know about the dark realm, because it is very, very important that we know the darkness, because it is the battle that we're in. The battle we have is against darkness. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I see you all in the chat saying hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. So tell me about your experience. And another question I am posing, I actually was going to try and do this yesterday, but another question I am posing when it comes to the darkness in our life, because at some point or another we are going to be faced with it, whether it's something we're going through, a space that we're in. This could be mental, emotional, this could be spiritual, or this can be physical. You know, we're constantly in this warfare and this battle against darkness. And it is the opposing force in our lives. So when we recognize, first of all, we need to recognize what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, so that we can know how to combat it. It's very, very important. But you also must know that you were born with the perspective, in God's perspective, He wanted you to be in His light, His everlasting light, His true light, His light that brings you the joy that you long for, the love that you need, and the peace that you crave on a daily basis. So what I'm here to teach y'all tonight is that you must know for yourself, who scared you? Who scared you? As we're entering this, Halloween season, everyone's, talking about the spooky things and darkness and dark things. And my question to you is, who scared you? Who or what scared you in your life to bring you to the place of complete darkness? Some of you perhaps aren't there yet. Maybe you haven't experienced the darkness of life yet. But I am here to prepare you for it if you have not. And if you have, I would like you to share. If you don't mind sharing, share in the comments. Or you can share in the live stream, those of you that are on the live. And those of you that are in the comments, you can share a little bit later. Who scared you? What happened to you that caused fear in your life? Some of us have been through a lot. Some of us have been through some unthinkable tragedies. Some of us have been through things that perhaps maybe we haven't even shared it with anyone. Maybe we're carrying this pain, this dark space in our soul realm that is literally keeping us captive. It's keeping us in a place of bondage. It's keeping us away from our true self, our true identity. But tonight, I want to help you unravel this. I want to help you get comfortable with being uncomfortable when it comes to that space of fear in your life. That dark place that perhaps even for yourself, it's hard for you to go back to and revisit. This is the first step when it comes to getting real with your pain and your trauma, is coming to this place of acknowledgement. It is actually the first step in my 3 to 5 step signature process to releasing pain It is to acknowledge. I must acknowledge what I've been through. I must acknowledge what I have escaped. Or actually, you might not have escaped it yet, but you must acknowledge what you hope to escape, that has cleaved to you. And this is what's interesting, is that it is a part of who you have become. And there is a process of allowing yourself to accept that you have been through something, to embrace it, and then to release it, so that the part of you that was taken by the enemy through fear, through your brokenness, your trauma, whatever it was that you went through, so that that part of you that is in bondage, that part of you that is still in darkness, can be released back to you, so that you can be whole, so that you can be sound and restored. So that is my hope for you, is that you find this answer to the question, who scared you? What happened to you? Some of us don't even realize what happened to us because we were too young. But there is a way to access these spaces within self that are still captive, that are still broken, that are still brokenhearted, so that I can be set free. So that is my question tonight, is who scared you? What scared you? What took you from yourself? Okay, I'm gonna check the chat. I haven't actually seen what y'all are saying. So hi everyone. Hey William. Hey Zayla. Hi Thomas. Let's see. Hi Michael. Everyone. Hi Brian. Good to see you. So yes, please feel free to share anything in the chat, those of you that are on the chat. And please feel free to ask any questions about anything. That's another thing I'd like to do with these live streams, is to give you a space to ask anything or share anything. A lot of times, maybe we don't have anybody we can talk to. So part of my hope with these streams is to provide that space for you, so that you can just let go and release your cares and your burdens. Also, tell me how y'all's week went, because we are entering the latter part of October, which I've shared. October has been full of surprises, much like September was, actually. September was very, very full of surprises. October has also been a space of surprises, but also a space of completion. So things coming together in our life, things coming to an end so that they can come to a new beginning. And let's see, I want to see if I can... Earlier when I was on my stream, my other one, I was able to chat in here. But for some reason, it's not letting me. That's okay. So yeah, the lights haven't come on yet, but they will come on. I've sat here a few times before, and I've noticed that they just randomly come on out of nowhere, and then they randomly turn off. It's really weird, really funny. So my questions tonight: who scared you? Who scared you? What scared you? And are you acquainted with the darkness within yourself? Our life here is so amazing to me. I feel like this, especially these days that we're in, y'all, this is a time like no other. This is something that has been really profoundly captivating me recently, is the fact that we're literally in a time and space that um, it's actually a privilege to be living in this time right now, because these are the days um, right before the Lord's return, and so much is going to happen. We're going to witness so many things that no one else has before our time, because of how close we are. And actually, we've begun to see a lot of things, especially in, I'll say, in when it comes to the Earth, and then space. What's going on with the sun, with the moon, with the planets? So many amazing things that we have not encountered before. It's really, really amazing and beautiful. And at the same time, it's very daunting and very overwhelming, to think about some of these things that are on the horizon, that are in the news. And I'm going to say this very cautiously, because I like to keep away from specifics when it comes to current events, unless, of course, I'm directed otherwise. But I just think it's important to just keep that unity, to keep that anonymity, if you will, in some ways. But there are a lot of things that are transpiring right now. A lot of things are happening that are indicators, that are signs, that are pointing to the times that we're entering. And so, yeah, I'd like to hear from y'all. What do you think about some of the things that are going on when we see the news? I know recently someone shared that, it was a little frightening to think about the fact that World War III is on the horizon. This is obviously something that, we have never experienced before. Certainly, many of us in this time and space. And so, yeah, share a little bit about that if you'd like tonight. And also maybe just some of the things that maybe you're experiencing personally in your own life, or maybe at work, maybe within your family, maybe within relationships that are scary, that are hard to handle. I think they're going to turn the lights on. Let's see. I don't know. They pushed a button over there. See if the lights will turn back on. So yeah. Do share, y'all. Let me know how it's going with y'all. Yep, there it goes. Sorry, I was just seeing if they were gonna, because it looked like they were pushing something outside. But let's see. Well, I was gonna turn my light on for a little bit. I don't want to mess with the battery too much on my car, because it is very, very tired. But I do have something that I was going to read. Let's see. By the way, those of you who are still watching, I commend you, because you literally can't see anything. So this is perhaps, I don't know, maybe the Lord just wanted us to listen more than then watch tonight. Maybe that was the whole point, was what is he going to share for your ears that you could receive with your ears this evening. But I do feel like at some point the lights are going to kick back on, and then we will have another direction. So let me share a little bit about the darkness. The darkness. The darkness. We really don't know the magnitude of darkness that is going to befall this earth. If I'm going to speak very plainly, there are things coming that are too great for us to handle. This is echoing something that I taught a few years ago. The things that are coming are too great for us to handle. They are beyond human comprehension. They're beyond the intellect realm of the mind. They're beyond the emotional realm of the heart. And this is why we must be spiritually anchored and centered and steadfast. So first and foremost, if you're here and you're wondering, how can I be ready for what's coming? You must be spiritually anchored to the one true God. You must be centered in Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. You must know in your spirit, soul, and body that He is your God and you are His child, and you are sealed and protected in Him. Because as the days get darker, as things get more crazy, chaotic, unbelievable, overwhelming, pick your adjective, but it is going to be harder to, I've said this before, but I have to echo it, and I'm probably going to echo it until the day. But it's going to be harder to make sense of the world the longer we're in the world. So I must learn the things of the Spirit. I must learn spiritually that I have to be grounded and centered in the Spirit Himself so that I can withstand what is coming. And really what is already here. So when it comes to the darkness, and again, y'all, I was born on Halloween, so I have a unique posture, position, place of understanding firsthand what Halloween is and what darkness is. I have lived on the other side where, I was far away from the Lord, and I have also been, by the grace of God, redeemed from the darkness. And I want to tell you that Halloween, this is actually quoting a song by Ministry, but Halloween is every day. Every day we see something evil, dark, unbelievable, and in fact, it's accelerating. This has been happening for a long time, but in 2018, the Lord revealed to me that everything was going to accelerate from that point on, and we're about 8 years in from that time, or 7 years, somewhere around there. So we must be ready for things to continue to unravel. And my first my first cry to you, my first urgency is to get your spiritual life in complete surrender and reverence to the God of all. Your spirit is what guides you. Your spirit is the essence of who you are. And when your spirit is anchored to God, when your spirit is anchored to truth, to love, the true kind, when your spirit is anchored to peace, then your soul can rest. Even if your soul is a mess, even if you're still struggling, or you're going through really hard things right now, and it's hard for you to have mental peace or emotional peace, when your spirit is at peace, you already have the posture and the stance of victory. You already have the inheritance of the abundant life. Now it's a matter of walking it out and going through the process of healing your soul realm. And again, that is something that the Lord can do supernaturally, and it is also something that sometimes He asks us to walk out. And again, those of you that are new, this is what I teach, and this is what I help you with, is learning to get to know my soul, learning to go from brokenness to restoration. But let's talk a little bit more about this. This darkness is supernatural. This darkness that is here, that is going to continue to reveal itself, to be unveiled, I should say. It is supernatural. So therefore, we must learn the supernatural. We must understand the ways of God. We must understand how He gives us power through His Spirit to withstand the wiles of the devil, to withstand the warfare, the arrows that come against us, especially when He's leading you into, again, when He's leading you into the place of establishment in your life. You're going to be opposed, because y'all, those of you that are coming to this live stream, I have to keep saying this, but you are going to do amazing exploits on this earth. You have no idea what God is going to do with you. It's amazing. He's revealed some of this to me. Many of you are in a place where you need healing. You need emotional healing. You need mental healing. You've been through a lot, or you're going through a lot right now. And my encouragement to you is, if you're listening to this, you're going to be so amazingly victorious. So take heart. You're going to be healed. And what's more, you're going to be such a powerful light in this earth realm as the days continue to get darker. Now, I don't know when you're hearing this. I don't know if it's now. I don't know if it's 7 years from now. But you are going to do amazing exploits in this earth realm as the days grow darker. So again, a lot of what I'm doing, especially as we're getting started with these live streams, is I'm allowing you some time and gradually getting into a lot of things, because there is so much to talk about. There's so much to cover. And I'm wanting y'all to take it in a little bit at a time. because it is overwhelming. It's a lot. It's a lot to process and take in. But the first thing to remember is I must be spiritually anchored in the Lord. I must be spiritually anchored in the Lord. I cannot handle anything that is coming if I don't have the Lord as my God, as my guide, as my light to lead me. So if you're not there yet, this is my hope and my prayer and an open invitation for you to just be still and seek Him and ask Him to lead you to Himself, because He is and He will. Let me speak a little on the deception of darkness. And I'm going to talk about horror movies for a second, because I feel like horror movies have become the horror movies have become the norm. Now again, I grew up kind of in the 80s. I grew up with horror movies, obviously, because I'm a Halloween baby. So, but it was almost like a treat when horror movies came out. There were not a lot of them. But in this day that we're in, there are so many horror movies that are out. It's crazy. Horror movies have two goals. One is to obviously to scare you, to keep you guessing, to keep you on your toes, to keep you in a place of almost anxiety, actually. Another is to entice you. There's a lot of what's the word? Gosh, I feel like there's a perfect word. I'm trying to find it. I think entice is the word. Entice you to pull you in a very sneaky kind of way. It feeds your curiosity. It feeds your sensory realm, obviously. But it's deception. It's illusion. And yet, at the same time, it is sorry, there's a lot of people being loud because I'm in a parking lot, so I apologize. Those of you that watch horror movies, you know what I'm talking about. But this is how the enemy works and operates. He entices you. He captivates you in the sensory realm, and he keeps you in fight or flight. Oh, now it's getting bright because people are leaving. Can y'all see me? He keeps you in fight or flight so that you are completely captivated and tantalized. That's the word I'm looking for. Tantalized by his schemes. It's very twisted, actually, the way he manipulates and controls. And usually he'll meet you in your um, place of, um, usually he'll meet you in your place of vulnerability. Y'all, hold on one second. Okay, 32. I'm here. I'm here. I'm about to wrap up though, because my husband's out of work and he needs me to come pick him up. But remember this: when it comes to the darkness, it is designed. The enemy uses tantalization, and what I just said. I got distracted. What I just said. That is how the enemy works. And it is important to know that, because for you, it is, there are certain things that would captivate you versus somebody else. You must know yourself very well so that you can resist the enemy, so that he can flee. Again, when we watch scary movies, there is always victims, and there is always someone who is the villain. And this is essentially what we're in when it comes to living in these dark days. The enemy wants to destroy. He wants to kill, and he wants to steal. And I have to be so strong that number one, I understand how he operates. And secondly, I understand how I function so that I can be invincible. I can be unattainable. And I can resist when he comes against me. You had a question, Mike? What's your question? So yes, who scared you? That is my question tonight. Who scared you? Who or what in your life has allowed you, by whatever was spoken or whatever was done, to be deceived and tantalized into a place of darkness and bondage? And let me tell you, whatever it is that you've suffered or that you're stuck in or that you're trying to set yourself free from, you have victory and you will be set free. You will be set free. This is not you might be set free. This is you will be set free. You're here by design. This is divine alignment. Those of you that are watching the stream, God has such a special, amazing assignment for you, for all of you. In fact, it's an honor for me to be speaking with you, even though it's my channel, it's my live stream, but really, no, I'm here. I'm here to edify you and equip you and prepare you for these dark days. And yet at the same time, it's such an honor to do that, because what the Lord is going to have you do is beyond. I mean, if I were to just take one of you and sit down and give you a word of knowledge that the Lord has for you, like a prophetic word of knowledge, you would be overwhelmed. And so would I, actually, because I mean, it's just amazing. But he has revealed some things to me about y'all. Many of y'all that are here. And one of the greatest encouragements I can give you is, wow, what y'all are going to do is so profound. And it makes me so happy and honored. But anyways, I got to get going. I hope y'all are well. Please have a great rest of your weekend. And please remember that light, the true light, is what's going to defeat all darkness in this world. And by His grace, it is given to you freely. And thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for watching, liking, subscribing, all those wonderful things. And I hope to talk with you all again soon. And yes, yes, your light, shine it bright, because these are the darkest of days. And we've already won. We're just walking it out. Anyways, love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.